what's going on, everyone? We want to say thank you guys again for tuning into another episode of Keep Trucha. My name is Christian. My partner Abel is behind the scenes recording right now. And tonight we have another special guest. Barbara Rivera from San Jacinto, California is with us. And Barbara, if you can just give us a little bio, a brief bio about yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Barbara Rivera. I am a visual artist. I am an oil painter. And I am a Chicana Latina artist from San Jacinto, California.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again for coming out and spending some time with us. I was a little unsure if I was pronouncing Jacinto right, but I'm glad I did pronounce it right. I'm actually from Los Angeles, so a little bit of ways, but not too far. So thank you again for coming out. We don't want to take up too much of your time. You know, we do value your time, so just want to get right into it. I understand growing up for yourself, you grew up with a father who was a refugee from Cuba and a mother who immigrated from Mexico. If you could just briefly kind of take us through your childhood and what that was like.
Yes, I had a very interesting childhood. Awesome. Now that I think back, it was such a privilege to be born into those two nationalities, born here in America. But my mom, like you said, was from Mexico, dad from Cuba. And I grew up listening to a lot of Mexican and Cuban music, eating a lot of Mexican and Cuban food. It was a little bit challenging at times because you're in America trying to go to American schools and trying to identify yourself. Excuse me, that's my dog. Let me just pick her up. Hang on.
That's okay.
This is my Chihuahua, Mercedes. Anyways, it was challenging, but now that I think about it, what a privilege. I am so excited to be Latino heritage. It's such an honor. And now I get to show off my work.
Definitely. And that's one of the biggest things for us and why we started the brand was to not only celebrate our cultura, but also, bring on and introduce people to each other and create a platform that kind of connects us in a way. So when exactly did you get into art?
I've always loved art since I was a child. The first time that I actually took a class was in high school. I learned everything. That was really my formal education through high school art. But once my kids went off to college, two went to university, one went to the military, then I had time to really focus on my craft. And I am a self-taught artist, so a lot of everything that I've learned has been through all the mistakes and hours of training myself. So right. I really don't have a formal education other than learning on my own through trial and error. But I love what I do, and I've done it since I was a child. But really, when the kids went off to college is when I started to really learn my craft.
Awesome. And you mentioned that you left from a job that you're working as, I believe, administrative secretary. What was that like doing? Not only that position, but also transitioning from that like kind of secure, cushy job into something that's a little bit more uncharted and kind of uncertain as far as being a full-time artist. What was that like?
Yes. So I worked as a high school secretary. Classified employee, public school, for 20 years between two districts. Okay. So that is very stressful, very challenging. But for me, I got to come home after my work day and paint. So that was really my de-stressor, so to speak. Finally, I made the decision to try my art, to do my life as an artist. I didn't want to live a life of regret. So I jumped. It was scary as heck. It's still scary as heck, but I've never worked harder because
Awesome.
it's different when you're working for an institution or working for yourself. There are no sick days.
Right. Right.
So I'm working, I hustle every single day of my life, even on the weekends. I wake up super early. My most creative hours are in the mornings. So anywhere from 4, 5, 6 in the morning, I'm already up painting. But it is challenging.
Mhm.
Nonetheless, it's so exciting. I'm so thrilled to be doing what I absolutely love.
Yeah, and it's awesome for us because obviously we get to kind of see the finished product and we get to see the work that goes into it. And what I've noticed,
Yes,
what my partner and I have noticed with your work, a lot of your work, it kind of depicts a pretty good mixture of like struggle and beauty. And you depict a lot of like young kids and a lot of children and a lot of people that are, you know, almost struggling with the identity part, like you were mentioning in your own story growing up. And so,
yes.
as far as like that aspect of it, um, what is it that you hope people kind of feel, think, or experience when they see your work?
I want people to experience the beauty of our culture. We have so much awesomeness, so much to offer. And it's not just our culture, our world culture. There's so much beauty in everybody's culture.
Mm.
So I don't know if you can see there, I'm working on a piece behind me, and
Yeah, we.
it is a diversity committee piece, and it's very relevant to your question. I'm going to
Mm.
pan over so you can see it. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. And what kind of gave you the inspiration to get into this painting specifically?
This is a commission piece that
Okay.
I'm actually working for the college that is right
Oh,
here by my house, in my town, and we are presenting it next week for Martin Luther King breakfast. So
awesome.
it just shows the diversity of different cultures in the world.
Mhm.
So that's what I want people to walk away when they see my paintings, that we're all one group, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to be part of such a wonderful culture here as a Latina, but there's so many beautiful cultures all around the world, everywhere.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. And another thing too that I kind of noticed with your work and like I mentioned with all the youth that you have, I don't know if it you working at with kids in high school and stuff like that, but does that play a little bit of a role too when you go to paint? Does that play a role in terms of like who you want to depict in your paintings?
It certainly does, because working at a high school for so many years, we see all the different nationalities. There's so much diversity in a student population that I mostly paint my culture, but I'm open to
Hmm.
paint anything else. I love and get to show off the culture that I know. As a Latina, I do a lot of Mexican folkloric dancers. I do a lot of like mariachi. Little children are so innocent. I love capturing the essence of a child. They're still um, so innocent,
Hmm.
and they love everybody. They don't care what culture, what nationality. You see kids in kindergarten, they all love each other and hug each other and play together. It's, I think, what we introduce to them as a society, is that's when they start changing and their views start changing. But little kids just love everybody. They're awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I really, as far as myself, what I really take away from your work, and it's just awesome to kind of see the way you show, the youth, and the way you show the culture, and the way you show the emotions, that come with it as well. So, we definitely appreciate it. And as far as like how much you focus on the youth, if there was anyone listening that is someone who may be struggling with their identity, or whatever the case might be, what message would you have for them?
My message would be to stay focused on the things that make you happy, on the positive. There's a lot of negative things going on in this world, but stay focused and learn. And I mean, not everyone's born to be an artist. Maybe your gift is to be a musician, or a broadcaster, or news reporter. Whatever your gift is, it's welcome. We need people of such diversity. Um, that would be it. To stay happy and find your calling. I I'm a little bit older. I'm old school, but I think that um, it's not that I found my calling late. I raised three sons, so this was my time to
Mm.
come out and be an artist. So just stay focused. If you need to be an artist when you're 20 or in high school or whenever, do what you love to do. It will make the whole difference in your life. I
Awesome.
love what I do.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. It's the same with my partner and I. And lastly, again, just to respect your time, where do you see yourself in the next year? What goals do you have, and for not only personally but for your career and your work?
I have it's already been a really busy start to this year with this commission piece. I've been solely engulfed in trying to get it done. But for this year, my goals are to paint, paint, paint. I've been invited to Morocco.
Oh,
I'm
awesome.
so thrilled. I'm going to be representing our culture there, and it's called the Safi International Peace and Art Forum.
Mm.
So we're prepping for that right now. That will happen at the end of April. Um, there are talks of perhaps having a show in Ireland,
Oh, wow.
which is also super exciting. Um, my art has taken me to so many different avenues in life, and I'm so thrilled. I can't wait to see what this year has in store for us. And I say us because I have such a loving partner, my husband Felix. He's there 100% all the time. He works a full-time job, but he's always home. He'll be helping me with my social media or whatever. So it's a family endeavor. I'm looking forward to this year to see what awesomeness comes our way, and hopefully next year I can give you an update.
Definitely, definitely. We'd love to have you back always. And where can people find you, just to kind of stay in touch with what you're doing?
Yes, please stay in touch with me. I love having people look at my work, and they can find me on my website, Barbara Rivera Art. That's pretty much the handle for everything, Facebook, Instagram. They can look up Barbara Rivera Art. Um, Gmail is the same. So that's that. Barbara Rivera Art.
Awesome. And thank you so much. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Look forward to your work. Every time I see you post something, we're there. So anything that we can do to help support, please let us know. We'll, do what we can to help you out.
Thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure. What an honor to be part of your show. I wish you the best and so much success. You are doing so much for our culture to bring awareness, and this platform is perfection for that.
Awesome.
You can so much awareness just through this media outlet. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing what you come up with next. And all right, guys. Thank you guys again for tuning into this episode. Barbara shared with us a lot of good information about her life and her experience with what she's seen growing up. If you guys could please, we'd appreciate if you guys could like, comment, share. Anything you guys can do to support us, we'd appreciate it. We also have gear online. That's at www.lafronterasupply.com. And any little bit helps. We have some goals that we want to reach this year, so we're doing that so that we can go ahead and expand our platform and keep pushing this as far as we can. So thank you guys, and tune in to next week.